From the Cheap Seat Sports Bar and Grill in Champaign, Illinois, Ford of Tuscola proudly presents to you the Behind the Mic Show, featuring sports, comedy, and entertainment. Now here's your hosts, Keith Gibson and Sam Irwin. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Behind the Mic Show from the Cheap Seat Sports Bar and Grill in Champaign, Illinois. I am one of your hosts, the fabulous, stylish, good-looking Keith Gibson. Maybe your next governor. And with me, my co-host each and every week, the 15-minute world champion. The man who can throw a football farther than he can throw a hot dog. That is none other than Swinging Sammy Irwin. Sammy!
How are we doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a long, little rough of a weekend for the Gibson family last weekend, but we're bouncing back. We're day at a time, had to put the old Mags down. She lived a good life, right. So, yeah, sad. You told me, you said it's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing worse than putting down a pet you've had for a long time, and, it's main thing is just no pain anymore. So
Nope. She went down,
but it still really sucks.
It does.
Really friggin' sucks.
Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about good notes.
Yeah. Let's move on. So, any good things for you this weekend, or was it mostly...
It was. There's something good come out of that. My wife and I got some quiet time on the deck to ourselves this weekend, and they were going down smoother than a baby's bottom. They were going down smoothly. We were having some drinks and got to talk and have a conversation without hearing Mama, Dada.
Oh, the drinks were going down smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had me confused because said you showed her your deck and then it started going down.
Well, we were on the deck.
Like,
they were going down smooth, but the beers were going down smooth.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Gee, get your head out of the gutter.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you have me confused.
Well, I wasn't using. We weren't talking roots.
Right.
But anyway, other than that, it was good. This week has started off, so-hum, but we got some great things to talk about. We have our first female guest on the show this week, Sam Irwin.
Yes, we do.
Nicole
Harrison.
We do.
Pretty excited.
Who's on Instagram. You can follow her at Bush Latte Girl. You might want to make note of that, people. Anyway. But yeah, we're excited to talk to her, how she's kind of grown her social media platform and has so many followers, and why she drinks Bush Light and why she hunts, and just nice little talk with Miss Nicole and see
just get to know somebody new, right?
Right. Right. How was your weekend?
You know what? Overall,
nobody
really
cares
good.
how your weekend was, Sam Irwin.
That's a damn lie. You know it. Not many probably, but there's somebody out there that cares. Damn it. Overall good weekend. Girls came down, and still hadn't too much to do out there, but we made a weekend out of it. Then you'll love this story, okay? And I'll try to do it as quick as possible because I know it's over.
That's
we go
your
back.
MO.
We go to Mother's on Sunday because I need to pick up my bike and bring it down here. So I rode back with the girls from Paducah up to Iuki, right? So we get up there, nice visit, and the girls leave to head back up north, and I tried to leave about 30 minutes after. Hop on the motorcycle that, as you know, I just purchased the week before. Had no trouble coming down. Back it up, put my key in to start it up, and turn the key on. Go over and hit the switch. Nothing. No turnover. No nothing.
Battery dead?
No. Oh, there's more to the story. And the turn signals are just going crazy. And I'm like, well, what the hell? Because I'm thinking, well, if the battery was dead, you wouldn't think the lights would be coming on, right? So but nevertheless, we throw the seat up, look down. The battery has a date of 2017 on it. So it's a 3-year-old battery. So it's like, well, maybe. So we take the battery out, go to O'Reilly's in Salem, buy a new battery, but the battery's a little bit wider, Keith Gibson. That close, a little bit wider, right? And they're like, well, it ought to fit. I'm like, okay. So we drive back to Iuka. Battery will not fit. I'm like, perfect. So now we get back in the car, drive to O'Reilly's, get my money back, go to AutoZone. They have the correct battery, right? So take that back, hook it up, put the key in, all that stuff, hit the switch, nothing. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me, right? And I'm just like, everything's hooked up, whatever. So I called the guy and that I bought it from and said, hey, man, left a message. Thankfully, he called me back. He's always been a good dude from the start, thank God. He said, because I said, you ever run into this problem before? I said, I got a brand new battery, nothing's happening. turn signal's going crazy. I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. So he calls back. He goes, yeah, man. He says, I ran into that problem. He said, I gave you 2 keys, right? I said, yes. He said, both of them had key fobs on them, right? I said, yes. He said, well, you got to have that key fob at all times close to the bike. I said, it is. He goes, okay. He says, but I gave you 1 key fob that obviously you rode to your mom's with. I said, yeah. He goes, well, that one works. He said, the other one had a little plastic piece on it as well. He goes, I ain't been able to get that one to work in years. And I said, I said, well, that's the one I have. He goes, well, there's your problem. But I said, well, at least you know what the problem is. So then I thought, well, hell, now I got to go down. I had to have Mom drive me to Paducah and then take me back to get the right key, because, of course, I take the wrong one. But here's the best part. My uncle's there, too. And he goes, well, hell, he said, pop that key fob open and let's see if something's the matter with it. I said, well, yeah, might as well. Popped it open. And I'm not a mechanic, Keith Gibson, but I do know for a key fob, it helps if there's a frigging battery in the said key fob. There was no battery. So I'm like, well, that's maybe why it didn't work. So then luckily Bob actually had, the round battery.
Ones, yeah.
Yeah, put it in, snapped the damn key fob back together, went out, put the key in, turn on, bike fired up, no problem. But I got a brand new battery out of the deal, too, of the 2020.
Well, you probably needed that.
Good.
Doesn't hurt to have the new battery.
I was going to say, doesn't hurt to have a new battery, but I thought, of all things, a Harley-Davidson with a key fob, is that necessary? It's like, if somebody's going to steal your motorcycle, they're going to steal it. It's like, what the hell does that matter? I was like, jeez. But they wrote it back, no problem. But I thought, good God Almighty. But thank God he answered the phone, because, hell, we didn't know what was going on with it, So anyway, so that was my weekend in a nutshell.
Fantastic.
Always something.
It is always something with you, always. But hey, we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Cam signing with the Patriots. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball's new rules in 2020. We're going to talk how COVID's going to affect the NBA restart, because I think it is, and I think you and I are agreeing on that. We're going to talk maybe who has the greatest catch all time in Major League Baseball, too, as well.
Ooh,
and then
yes.
Then we'll dive in. Of course, we'll talk about our Rock of Legends tourney, which is being voted on currently by our fans and listeners, and it's magical right now just to read the comments. But we'll get into that later as well. Of course, we'll have Nicole on here after a bit, and then we'll have our Dumbass Criminal of the Week and our Bees Trees Trivia. People, we didn't have a winner on Bees Trees last week, and it was an easy one. I mean, not as the easiest one we've had yet, but it's pretty easy. But you want to make sure you listen to Bees Trees Trivia. That's true. Oh, you're 1-0 already.
All right. Here we go. I might win one this week. I might win one.
You might. But anyway, all right, well, we'll be right back after we hear from Ford of Tuscola, our presenting sponsor. We thank them each and every week. If you're looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle, make sure you stop by down there and see them. They've got a great specials going on. Their new vehicles are priced to sell right now. And if you're looking for a budget vehicle this summer, maybe you've got a graduating senior who's going to school next year, they've got vehicles starting at under $3,000. So give them a call or stop by, visit the website. They've got everything there for you. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on the Behind the Mic Show. Summer is here, and at Ford of Tuscola, the deals are hot. Right now at Ford of Tuscola, all new Fords are priced to sell, and our pre-owned inventory starts from under $3,000. Check out our selection online at FordofTuscola.com or get pre-approved for financing on any of our vehicles at www.cucarloans.com. That's the letter C, the letter U, carloans.com. Ford of Tuscola, small town feel with great big deals.
Welcome back, everybody, to Behind the Mic Show. Your co-host with the most, Slinging Sammy, Green Eggs and Hammy, on his way to Miami, Keith Gibson.
Oh, threw in a new line this week.
That's right. I like to keep it fresh. Also, I went sleeveless this week for Colin Dickey, as he always seems concerned about that, wondering why I've been wearing sleeves lately. So, Colin, for you, he's a fan, Keith Gibson, and maybe more. Anyway, so we're ready here for our fast.
A hot take, Sammy Irwin. Hot takes.
Yeah. So anyway, hot takes. Number one, Cam Newton finally signs with the team, and of all friggin' teams, the New England Patriots. Keith Gibson, your thoughts?
Perfect fit. Fit. Can't believe he signed for league minimum. You can't tell me that no other team could have signed him for more money. Hello, Bears. You tried to trade for Nick Foles, who you owe $41 million to,
and gave up a pick.
Right,
and a pick
instead of Cam Newton. Now I do see Cam hasn't looked good, and Cam can't stay healthy. It depends which Cam comes back here, but I think Cam in New England is a great fit. He doesn't necessarily have to win in New England. But getting him on a league minimum contract that's incentive laden. Great job by Bill Belichick does it again.
They continue to stay undefeated. And let's not forget, New England also just got fined again. That came out for the Bengals deal where they were filming when they weren't supposed to.
Bengals and Browns.
$1 million, lost a third-round pick. So they continue to cheat, and they continue to be better than everybody else at front office dealings. How they pulled this off, I don't know. But if I'm Cam Newton, I think this was definitely a good decision because maybe the Bears did offer something, and he thought, no, because you suck. And then that's just going to finish my career because the offense is terrible. The front office is terrible. So why would you ever go to Chicago, ever? So he went to the right front office. He gets a year to prove himself. And if he does well, then he's going to make about, I think they said around $7 or $8 million.
If he produces, So, incentives wise, it could work out very well for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's a low risk, high reward for the Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, it is 100% knockout because you have nothing to lose here. Literally nothing. If he plays great, fantastic, and then you got a chance to sign him to a free agent deal. If he doesn't, see ya. We try again. So,
who's their backup?
That's right. So
Bingo.
Jarrett Stidham.
Okay. Colin Kaepernick ends up in New England as well.
Ooh, hot take of hot takes. Oh boy. Hey, you know what? I still now. Granted, he's been out of the league for 4 years now.
Right.
I think
but Cam only signed a 1-year deal.
True. Mm-hmm.
So you bring him in, you let Kaepernick get some reps and things, and get back in the groove of the NFL. Then I think Kaepernick ends up in New England. I will give New England this. They will take their chances with people. They brought Tim Tebow in. Didn't work. Okay, but you tried. Antonio Brown didn't work, but other things have. So they're willing to take chances with people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But usually doesn't cost them a thing. Doesn't cost them anything. So why not? And why other teams don't follow this model, I will never know. But now, if Cam Newton is healthy, Keith Gibson, the Patriots win the NFC East again, or AFC East again without Tom Brady. I'm calling that right now. If he's healthy, they will win the AFC East. Well, Miami,
now they're not going
Miami's
to win a Super
not going
Bowl.
to do it. The only team I could see contend in the AFC East is Buffalo.
Yeah, and Miami should be better, but I still don't because Tua is going to be unproven. They're going to be better, which ain't saying much. But with Tua unproven, it's like So yeah, interesting. But what a pick by the Patriots.
Yep,
and once again, they get to get away with their cheating again. I don't know, but anyway. So anything else on that topic, Keith?
Nope. Love the pick. Love the signing.
Topic number 2. The Kobe documentary. You knew it was coming after the last dance of the Bulls. You knew it was coming. Kobe documentary on Netflix coming your way soon. Your thoughts, Keith Gibson?
I think this will actually be a good documentary. I really do. I hope they do a docu-series like The Last Dance was and The Undertaker's Last Ride was. Yeah. I really hope so. I'm excited to watch it. I really am. I think it'll be a great documentary. I think it'll be well put together. Kobe was a generational superstar. You had Jordan, you had Kobe, now you have LeBron. It's just it just fits. And Kobe passed way too early. So I'm excited for this. I really am. And I think Netflix is the right spot to do it because marketing-wise, it helps bring people into Netflix who aren't already. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be, once again, like other documentaries like we talked about, you hope to learn something that you didn't know. I wonder how much will they go into what happened in Denver that one night at all? Is it too soon after his death to do such? I mean, what are they covering? Well, I wonder if his wife will be the one to give the okay on everything before.
I would assume so.
I would assume as well. So. So I'm anxious to see what all they bring up, but I'm excited for it. It's something fresh, something new.
Yeah, and I can't imagine being because, with his daughter being as young as she is, do you really want that, especially just recently after he's passed, and then now, we're talking about this happening in Denver? I can't see it happening. So I can see this being more of a love fest. Mm-hmm. They may get into him and Shaq a little bit of what happened there, but mostly it's just going to be kind of an appreciation for Kobe, I think
so, too.
Is my guess.
Yep.
That's my guess. So we'll see. Anything else on that topic, Keith Gibson?
Nope, nothing.
All right, moving on. Third topic, the COVID effect on the NBA restart, Keith Gibson.
Well, you're seeing it already.
What are we looking at here? Yeah, there's already players testing positive.
Right, and DeAndre Jordan said he'd be out. I think Dunwoody said he's out too. There's. We talked about it last week, Sam. Maybe they should just wait. It's not over yet. But I think I don't know. I think all these guys in one spot. bumping, contact. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to end up good. I'm not sure they'll make it all the way through. I know it's only 2 weeks, 8 games before the playoffs start, but I'm worried. I really am with this.
Yeah. And now, are they going to be isolated, just the players? Are their families going to get to come and visit?
Families aren't coming, is what I've heard.
Okay. And now you got to think, too, there's a lot of single guys, too, with a lot of money that are not used to being by themselves, if you catch my drift. So you're going to basically house them and say, you can't interact with society and you just got to play basketball. You don't think they're not going to try to sneak in people, visitors from time to time?
No.
It's like, ooh, man.
$5 make you holla.
It just makes you wonder. It's like, ooh, boy. So we'll see how this works out. Yeah, because I don't know baseball either. It's like, how's that going to work?
Well, you got guys opting out already there, too, not wanting to play. So, it's with the NBA, I get it. But as I said last week, you got to pull out. That's what she said. Pull out of Orlando.
Right.
You got to pull out of Orlando and either go somewhere else because Florida's seen a spike and it's really spreading down there.
That's what she said.
Dang it. But anyway, they got to get out of Florida and go somewhere else, or just not do it. I mean, you're gonna start infecting a lot of people. And as you said last week, Sam Irwin, when someone gets really sick, hospitalized, or even passes away, that's when it's gonna be like, okay, whoa. But that may be too late.
Yeah, it may be too late. It's gone too far at this point. They're playing golf. They're doing all these things where caddies, had tested positive. So there were golfers that stepped away. Brooks Koepka, I believe, because his caddy got sick. So to me, it's just a matter of time before one of these athletes gets seriously sick or, once again, God forbid, dies. And Keith Gibbs will call it now. When the first athlete dies, every sport stops immediately, and it's done. It's done. So,
by the way, I tried to buy some University of Illinois tickets today. Football and basketball, just to kind of get a jump start. We got some things working there, can't right now. Temporarily halted.
I see. Well,
interesting.
Boy, a lot of things up in the air. Yes, sir.
What do we got next?
All right. Next topic: Major League Baseball has new rules for 2020 if they play Keith Gibson. Tell us about those new rules.
Well, you're going to have 3 pitcher minimum stays, which I like. That was implemented. Was supposed to be start of the season. Universal DH, Sam Irwin. So we are going to see the National League have a DH, and this is a rule that I don't think you'll see go away.
I don't either. Nope.
They've got their opportunity to implement it. It's now implemented this season. I think it will work. And you have both leagues now with the same set of rules as far as DH. So I think you'll see that moving forward. The one crazy rule is it happens in the minor leagues, but regular season, extra innings, you now have a runner on second base to start the inning. So the guy who got out ninth, or got out the last out of the inning previous, will start at second base.
Interesting.
So picture this, Sam Irwin. Tie game.
Yeah.
You're coming up to the plate, and the last guy to make it out is short, slow, and takes one base at a time.
Right. Let's put him on second.
We're going to put him on second and see if he can score.
Right. Why
I think
not?
it'll speed up the game, but, I was watching the 88 All-Star game, and I watched the 90 All-Star game the other night, too. I like watching old All-Star games. I was texting back and forth with Ian Wilson. We were watching some of the intricacies. Oh, big word there. That's my big word of the week.
Big word, yeah.
Intricacies of how they got in the box. These guys didn't take 40,000 practice swings. They got off the on deck circle, got in the box, and started and ready to go. You didn't have pitchers stepping off and throwing over 6 million times. It was just get in, let's hit, let's pitch, let's field, let's go.
That's right. Keep it moving. Yes, because I remember a day. Whenever, if you did take your time and do all this crap in the batter's box, you caught one in the ear hole from the pitcher. Right. So don't do that stuff. Right. But now everybody does it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So, it was something we caught on. But I'm excited for both those rules. I think it will speed up extra innings, thank goodness, because who needs to go with a shortened season? Nobody wants to go 18, 19 innings. Nobody really wants to go with 15, 16 innings, No. Let's get in, let's get it done, let's move it on. These 60 games are going to be very, very critical, though.
Oh, they are.
You're very 100%. Critical. You can't lose 6 or 7 in a row, because if you do,
oh no,
you're done.
No, not at all. And you know what, Keith Gibson?
So by August, we'll see the Cubs out of it.
Right. Well, maybe we'll see. But you know what? With this, as we always try to find a silver lining, like you've seen some good things come out of this COVID, the way people are doing things, stuff like that. So I hope Major League Baseball does this. I hope fans find some good things that they like, because now is the best time of any to try new things. If it works, great. If it don't, scrap it. At least you've got some new things going into the next season, like you said, that could speed up the game, get people more involved, things like that. I think that would help. I wish they would mic the players. Again, that was hilarious in spring training.
Right.
That was fantastic.
Rizzo and Bryant were mic'd up, and it was fun to watch.
God, it was
they took
great.
your advice.
Yeah.
They're going to pipe in crowd noise.
Beautiful. Love it. Why not? And did you see, was it San Francisco or, damn it, some town, the season ticket holders, no fans, because it's California, they're real strict about the lockdown, so they're going to play. But if you're a season ticket holder, send in a photo, and they'll print it out and put it on your seat for you. Isn't that nice, Keith Gibson?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, it's better than that one Japanese league putting sex dolls in the stands.
That's true.
So, yeah. So, anyway, so it should be interesting, Keith Gibson, if they have it at all. Moving on. Next topic. The greatest catch of all time. One Robbie Tackett put this poll on our wonderful. I love the interaction. I love it on the Facebook page. I love when people do this stuff. Greatest catch of all time, Keith Gibson, and it pretty much got down to Jim Edmonds when he played for the Angels, which was my favorite. Who else? Ken Griffey Jr. going up the wall.
Yeah, Willie Mays.
And of course, Willie Mays in the World Series, and there are numerous others, of course. But Keith Gibson, what do you think is the greatest catch of all time?
I know a lot of people disagree with me on this, but it was Jim Edmonds. The amount of he had to travel. I know Willie Mays was in Game 1 of the World Series. I get that.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right.
So timing was fine, but you want to talk about a catch? Jim Edmonds literally laid completely out to get that.
Yeah.
And made that catch. To me, that I voted for Edmonds. And thanks to Robbie for putting that poll up. I thought it was fantastic.
Yes.
Great interaction as well. Yes, as you said. But no, Jimmy Edmonds. And I'm gonna admit it. I was a big Jimmy Edmonds fan, even when he played for the Cardinals. I just liked the way the guy played defense. I liked the way he carried himself on and off the field, and played hard every day. And it was great. He was a Cub at once. He was a Cub.
Oh yeah.
Padre,
That's right.
Angel, Cardinal.
Yeah, I was gonna say he traveled quite a bit.
Right.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I agree with you. Except, I still it runs through my head a lot. Maybe the greatest catch I've ever seen was Jose Canseco with the Texas Rangers, going back for that fly ball and caught it right in the friggin' head. It bounced for a home run. But no, Jim Edmonds, yes, to me, because like you said, as far as he had to travel, completely stretched out with his back. I mean, I just was amazed. I could watch that 100 times a day and still just sit there in shock. And there's been plenty of others. Ken Griffey was fantastic. Willie Mays, yes, of course. But to me, the difficulty but he did it all the time too. That's what was amazing about him. So yes, I agree. Jim Edmonds. All right. And now our last topic before we move on, Keith Gibson. No minor league baseball. Is that a good sign for Major League Baseball, Keith Gibson?
Well, I mean, you've sent everybody home already. Minor league guys would need time too. You don't want to open camps up wide for everybody. So I kind of saw this coming. What I'm disappointed about is for the communities that you have minor league baseball in. It's going to really hurt those communities and cities that the minor league baseball gets played in, because a lot of times in the summertime, that's a big draw.
Oh, yeah.
Minor league baseball is cheap to go to. I know the Indianapolis Indians, the Pirates AAA affiliate, you can buy tickets $10 and see next to major leaguers. Sometimes they send guys down, on a rehab assignment. No different than going to Peoria, Iowa for the Cubs. The Cardinals, they have a single A affiliate in Peoria, Illinois. A lot of people don't even realize that. So, you can do a lot of things. Minor league games are a little less professional, I guess you could say. Not in a baseball sense, but in
a lot more laid back, a lot more fun. Yeah, there's many things.
But yeah, a little disappointed in that, but I kind of saw it coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, and that's
I know you're a big fan of minor league baseball.
I actually enjoy minor league baseball. It's a lot, like you said, it's a lot more fun. They do things between the innings to keep you entertained, and it's a lot more laid back. It's a lot cheaper, where you can go and have a couple beers and it doesn't cost you $48, things like that. So yeah, I think it's that hurts, but once again, for the benefit of everyone, I think that's the way to go. Well, that is our usual Fast Five plus one. Keith Gibson. It was 6 this time, so we gave a little bonus to everybody. So there's your hot takes for the week. So Keith Gibson, what do we got coming up next for everybody?
Coming up next, we're going to take a quick break and.
It's Behind the Mic Show
trivia
time.
I do. Yep, it's that time.
Sam Irwin, it is time for our Bees Trees Trivia Question of the Week.
sir.
And to get this week's question right, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to watch our next segment because, or you're going to have to pay really close attention when I told you to pay attention earlier.
That's right. Yes.
This week's Bees Trees Trivia question of the week is, what is Nicole Harrison's Instagram handle?
There it is. Yep. Very good.
So, before we repeat the question, Sam, why should everybody call Bees Trees?
Well,
Let's get the list. He's a dad. Greg
he's
Miller's
a dad. Yeah. Yeah.
He cleans things around decks.
Yes, he does. Makes your deck look bigger. He's an arborist, Keith Gibson. So what does that mean?
That means he's good with roots.
That's exactly right.
Making the big, thick trunks and making things blossom.
And then you get the fruits at the end, which the ladies enjoy.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, there's so many things, Keith Gibson, and you can't say enough about him. So, especially during this time of, I think you had storms up again by you.
Yeah, all right.
I've had storms down here. I mean, he's so easy to contact. He's reasonable prices. And once again, he just helps you present yourself.
He's coming to my house this weekend, Sammy, to trim my bushes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And now here's what I will say about Greg is he is not a magician, because I've known you for a long time, and there's only so much he can do with certain decks. So I'm not sure that he can make your deck look bigger. I've seen your deck.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he can make it look much bigger.
My deck's not great big, but I mean it's average size.
It gets the job done, right?
Right. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Right.
You don't have to have a giant deck to get the job done.
Right.
Average decks are fine.
Right.
As long as exactly.
So if you have an average deck and bushes trimmed around it and a nice root, you'll be good to go.
Yeah. And you know what, Keith Gibson? I want to say this to everybody too, and I'm glad you brought this up. It's not the size of the deck that matters. It's how you use it.
Right.
Doesn't matter. If you got a big deck and you don't know how to use it, what does it matter?
Right. Make sure you get your grill on there and get everything on there.
Exactly.
Keep it cleaned
ladies
off.
Ladies want somebody who knows what they're doing with their deck.
Right.
So simple.
All right. So our Bees Trees Trivia question of the week is, Nicole Harrison, who will be our guest in just a few minutes, what is her Instagram handle? Answer that. You win a Bees Trees and a Behind the Mic Show Trivia prize pack. We'll be right back after a message from Bees Trees here on the Behind the Mic Show from the Cheap Seats Sports Bar and Grill. Bees Trees, your local ISA certified arborist with over 10 years experience, specializing in tree removal, tree trimming, and with free estimates. Call Greg Miller of Bees Trees today at 217-260-4551. Welcome back to Behind the Mic Show from the Cheap Seats Sports Bar and Grill. Keith Gibson alongside me, my co-host each and every week, Sam Irwin. And joining us today, out from Kansas City, Missouri, Miss Nicole Harrison. Instagram handle at Bush Latte Girl. You are a big fan of Bush Light, Nicole, and why? Let's start with why.
Yeah.
Well, so I grew up in Illinois, Rantoul.
Are you kidding me?
How about it? My God, small world.
And my family, we've always drank Bush Light, but when I was in school, my brother would get a call from this gas station in Southern Illinois, and they'd be like, "Hey, we got our Bush Light cases on sale right now for $9.99." So then my brother and all of his buddies would go down there and fill up the beds of their trucks with cases of Bush Light, and they'd even have cars in our garage because we had a pyramid of Bush Light.
That's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm a creature of habit, and I started drinking it, and I just never stopped.
That's all right.
I see. Now, how did you ever leave Rantoul behind and move to Kansas City, Missouri? How could you do it? I mean, tough decision, I'm sure, but how'd you do it?
Well, actually, my aunt and uncle adopted me when I was 17, and I moved to Wichita, Kansas. I felt like I wanted to be a shocker. And
did you stir up the shocker?
Yes, you sure did. This is my favorite guest so far.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And then work, I'm a property manager. I manage apartment communities, and I came to Kansas City, and I get to go to Chiefs games whenever I want and Royals games whenever I want, and I can drive to the mountains to go snowboarding, and I can drive to the ocean to go swimming, and it seems to be a pretty good place.
You know, Kansas City Kauffman Stadium is my second favorite stadium that I've ever been to. Love it, just because of the way it's set up. You can walk around the entire ballpark, and and you can see the field and see everything around, and it's cheap too. And the Royals usually suck, so you can get really cheap tickets. But I do love it. But I've never been to Arrowhead yet, so that's one place I'd love to go.
Arrowhead's cool too. Hey, if you ever go to the Lot J tailgate. Party is
Remember that one, Erwin? Lot J.
Lot J. Okay, yeah, and quite the year to be a Chiefs fan for sure, right?
I'm actually I'm a Tom Brady fan. So
well, this interview's done.
All right. Well, thanks for the call. The connection's going out. Keith, can you hear it at all? Can you? Okay, no, Tom Brady fan, huh? Wow.
So when I was like 13, I was sitting at my computer. I was like, Dad, it's time for me to choose a football team. And he's like, "No Bears." And I was like, No. That's my own team now. And he goes, "All right." And I said, "Name some hot quarterbacks." So I'm going to start Googling. So he started quarterbacks, and then he gets Tom Brady. And I was like, "That's it. That's the one." My dad goes, "You just picked a hell of a good team."
Yeah, no doubt.
No
yeah.
kidding.
Well, at least you weren't bandwagon. You just went with the good-looking guy instead. Okay, you didn't even know. Yeah, that's fine. So your connection with Busch Light obviously is you, of course, just drank it as a family. But have you got to a point now where you have an endorsement deal with Busch Light with what you do, or did you just take it upon yourself to say, "Hey, you know what? I love this stuff. I'm just going to put it out there"?
No, it happened to me. So I've reached out to Busch. They like stuff on my Instagram and stuff like that. They haven't said much back. I know they know about me. So I know what's gonna come of it. But actually, my Facebook following is what started all of it. I was just in Colorado one day, messing around. I always joke about my dad because he's so damn redneck. And I was like,
nothing wrong with that, Nicole. There's nothing wrong with that. You should meet mine.
Ever. I was just like rolling a beer on ice, and I was like, "Y'all want to know how to make the coldest beer you ever drank? You take your beer, you put it on ice, and you just start rolling that." Like, well, I was my dad. Thousands and thousands of friend requests, and I was like, "What just happened?" And then it got to the point where I wasn't Nicole anymore. I was Busch Latte Girl, because if I posted anything about my personal life, everybody's like, "Where's the latte? Where's the latte?" So I embraced it.
That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No. Nope.
So you also like to fish and hunt. I saw this last weekend. You got to go down to Texas, and I mean, you travel a lot, do a lot of things, which is awesome for you. Good for you. But you got to do a little fishing and hunting. What'd you get this weekend?
I stabbed a dog right in his heart, just like Ted.
That looked like a good time.
We had the dogs on them, and it was so badass. And then Saturday, I went bass fishing out of Lake Fork with one of my buddies, Jason Kahn. He's a guide there, so if you're ever in Texas, reach out to him. He's awesome. And when I went hog hunting, it was at Quail Ridge Ranch, and with Matt Hall and Justin Kaiser. Now, this place is so badass. You can kill anything you want. They've got a whole ranch of exotic animals, and if they don't like it there, they'll bring it in for you, and you can hunt.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. So where do you see this going any further? I mean, does this maybe lead to a modeling career? Does this lead to working more closely with Busch Light? I mean, what is the goal for you?
So I would really like, honestly, so as it started growing, and I have a ton of companies reaching out to me wanting to do sponsorships, but I've kind of created this outdoorsy beer drinking brand for myself. So I'd really like to get sponsored by a hunting company.
Interesting you bring that up. Nicole, interesting you bring that up, because we know a guy that does such a thing. So we're gonna
you ever heard of him. And you ever heard of Pigman?
Of what?
A Pigman?
I don't think so.
On the Outdoor Channel, Pigman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We know his right hand man. We had Pigman on a couple weeks ago.
Yep. So he's always looking for new talent. This guy that will hook you up. Justin Cook, who loves the show as well.
Yeah, one of our good friends. I saw they were fishing today.
Hook you guys up. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I have a video of me stabbing a hog, so
Well, Nicole, we won't take up too much time. We know you've been traveling. You're having fun. We appreciate you coming on. But do you ever get back this way? Do you ever get back to the Champaign Rantoul area?
Oh yeah, my whole family still lives there. I just
perfect.
kind of out on my own.
Yeah.
So
Well, anytime you're up here, I've got a bar that you can stop by and we can have a bush latte.
Oh,
Yep.
what's
Oh, and Nicole, for those that now follow you from our page that are big Busch Light fans as well, we have a golf scramble we're doing in Illinois, August 22nd. So if you're back, it's we're going to have Busch Light there as well. So if you're back in the area, August 22nd,
Feel free to come join us.
Feel free to come join us.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Well,
All
Nicole,
right.
thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Keep up the great work. We'll keep following you and see where you go, and we'll see if we can take care of you a little bit too.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Nicole
All right.
Harrison,
Thank
make
you.
sure you follow her on Facebook and Instagram, and her Instagram handle is @BushLatteGirl. She's awesome. Have fun, Nicole. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
We'll
See
be
ya.
right back here on the Behind the Mic Show.
Morgan's Place Canine Salon has been offering exclusive one-on-one grooming services in the Champaign area for over 12 years, using all natural products, giving lots of love to your dog. Visit www.morgansplace.me to learn more. Morgan's Place, making dogs beautiful.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Behind the Mic Show. Keith Gibson, Sam Irwin. Had a great show. Great interview with Nicole from Rantoul. Who knew we reached out to her just because she liked Busch Light?
Rantucky. I tell you what, and wow.
Hey,
boy.
you know who told me to reach out to her? I know he listens to the show, Mark Orsted. He said, hey, let's reach out to Nicole. And so I did. Great girl.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. From
yeah.
the Central Illinois area, so connection there as well.
Yeah.
So pretty
Yeah.
neat.
And you never know. She might show up to the golf outing. We're going to have Busch Light there. Who knows? How much fun would that be?
That'd
right?
be a lot of fun. Yep. So,
Yes, it would.
Sam Irwin,
Yes, it would.
it is that time of the evening, though, of the week,
Yes. Yeah.
for your favorite segment, and mine, our
Yep.
Dumbass Criminal of the Week.
Yes.
And who
another.
do we have to make fun of today?
We got a doozy today. I know the people that listen on the podcast, can't see this, but I want to share it for the viewers. So this is who we're going to be talking about. You
looks
kind of
special.
see right there. And that's a mother and son. All right. So looking a little rough.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So here we go. Lisa Smith, 46, and her son, Benny Van, 25.
Oh, they have different
both-
names? Different last names?
Yeah. You'll have that. Yeah. Both got to do inside a Walmart located in Eau Claire, if I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's Eau Claire. I don't know. Wisconsin around 8:30 p.m. on April
Eau Claire.
11th. This is back in 2019. Doesn't
Claire.
matter. Eau Claire?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Officers were called to the scene after calls of a woman pulling apart store displays and placing them in her cart while her dog Bo was running up to customers. Fortunately for the staff, they were able to make Smith leave the store, where she proceeded to perform karate moves. Unfortunately for the staff, her son Van was still inside, stripping himself and exposing himself to other customers. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Smith calling for her dog Bo as he was performing a heist on a box of Jiffy corn muffin mix. Smith fought with the officers and was ultimately arrested. Smith decided it would be a good idea to add extra charges by attempting to kick out the window of the police squad car. After Smith was arrested, officers attempted to approach Van, who at that point was putting on clothes from the store racks that he did not purchase. Van, who like his mother, decided to tack on extra charges by attempting to run over an officer with his scooter. Luckily for the officers, the scooter posed a threat to no one and was ultimately stopped by officers who arrested Van. Smith was hit with charges of resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, and misdemeanor bail jumping. Her son Van was arrested for lewd and disorderly conduct, retail theft, and lewd behavior. Bo, the dog behind the corn muffin mix heist, was brought to the Humane Association and was only issued a warning. And Keith Gibson, that is your dumbasses of the week.
It's your double dumbasses this week, Sam Irwin.
And a dog that's trying to steal corn muffin mix. So what a family. How
That's a
about
triple D right there. Double
really
dumbasses and a dog.
The stories just get better.
I do. Mercy. Mercy. Wow. Hey, but you know what? It's not hard to find.
No, it's not.
Hey, and speaking of Walmart, have you ever been to the people of Walmart and looked at those pictures online?
Gold.
Yeah,
Just gold.
Fantastic. I think I was on there once.
I could say bound to be at some point, right?
Hey, other things going on, Sam. We got a lot of interaction going on our Facebook group, Behind the Mic Show Facebook group. If you haven't joined us, please do. We got the Legends of Rock tourney going on, Sam, which was your creative genius idea. You know, I did the sports video games, and just take the credit. Take the credit. I'm giving it to you. I don't do that very often, okay?
Well, I stole it from a Florida high school football player, so I'm not ashamed to admit that. But nevertheless, you know, so far, Keith Gibson, in the matchup, the Rolling Stones versus Guns N' Roses, in an upset, Guns N' Roses wins. And boy, did that piss off a lot of people, which brings me nothing but joy.
You know, it shocked me. I mean, I like GNR and I like the Stones, and that how shocked me that happened.
But I guess maybe it's just because obviously Guns N' Roses are more recent, even though they haven't been relevant in a long time, but the Stones are even further. Doesn't mean they're a better band, just maybe means they're more popular.
Right.
You know, as I've seen people bitching about that.
J.R. Lewis.
Popularity contest.
Contest.
Imagine that. Who's complained is J.R. Lewis. The next matchup was Black Sabbath versus Metallica. Metallica with a runaway on that one. Yeah, I agreed with that one wholeheartedly. I love Black Sabbath, don't get me wrong, but you know, Metallica is Metallica. The next, the friggin' Beatles against Van Halen. The Beatles move on. Keith Gibson.
How do the Beatles make this tournament?
Well, I mean, they are one of the greatest bands of all time. So, I mean, that's, you know, and rock and roll was different back then than obviously now. You know, it changes over time. But Keith Gibson.
Where's the Monkees?
Maybe that could be in our next tournament. But I've never understood the Beatles. Do they have some great songs? Yes. But overall, when they got really friggin' weird and just started doing Acid all the time and started doing Yellow Submarine and Strawberry Fields Forever, I just don't get it. But if you love them, you love them. If you don't, you don't. I mean, it is what it is. But they absolutely annihilated Van Halen, which broke my heart because I love me some Van Halen. But whatever.
Little Jump, Panama.
Oh, Panama. I mean, come on. You know, so many. So obviously the Beatles are moving on. Up next was ZZ Top versus Bon Jovi. And a lot of men were apparently trying to please their wives, or I don't know, but Bon Jovi moves on, and I love his ZZ Top.
There's been a lot of men that's tried to do that, and they can't do it.
That's gonna say, it's like she's gonna be mad at you later anyway. So what's the point,
right?
You know, but anyway, so Bon Jovi moves on, and now the current one that's going on, and it looks like, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but Kiss versus the Doors,
right?
And right now Kiss has got a lead, which sucks because Kiss sucks. I don't get it. But
I don't get it. But you got your Kiss fans. You do.
You do. Kiss Army, right? Kiss Army.
What other matchups we have in the first round? What's left?
All right, what's left up next? This is going to be a tough one, Keith Gibson. The next one that starts Wednesday morning, I'll put it out. Motley Crue versus Aerosmith. Don't know how that one's going to go because that's two phenomenal bands right there, right? And then after that will be Def Leppard versus AC/DC. And I'm a huge AC/DC fan, but you just never know how things are going to go. And then the final round one matchup is Queen versus Led Zeppelin.
Man.
Tough matchups coming up. Tough matchups.
Wow.
But I love the people that are commenting. The votes have been insane. Almost 200 votes every round. So the interaction I'm loving, and we'll see where this goes, Keith Gibson. It's interesting.
It's fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. That's why we keep doing this stuff like that. Is so, you know, we do get interaction, and we love that everybody voice their opinions, and so it's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
Oh, agreed.
Just don't want the Beatles to win. But anyway.
Oh, gosh.
I think did we just agree on something?
I think we did, because it's just
friends?
It's just awful. You'll do karate out in the garage.
Yes. Hey, we'll take a quick break, come back, and we'll wrap things up with our final thoughts here on the Behind the Mic Show from the Cheap Seats Sports Bar and Grill.
If you need a taste of Southern Illinois, then visit the all-new Bosco's Biscuits and Booze, home of the world champion daily special. 2 large, all-natural, juicy white meat chicken breast, a side of the famous What the Hell biscuits, and a bucket of the cheapest beer in stock for only $6.99. Located at the corner of Old Milwaukee Boulevard, next to the Primo Hooer Hotel. Bosco's Biscuits and Booze. It's world champion food and cheap-ass booze.
Wrapping things up here on the Behind the Mic Show, Keith Gibson, Sam Warren. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hey, before, as we start to wrap things up, that's what she said,
Damn, that's what you did. Well, not, people. Yeah, people should have.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
A lot of times they should have.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
wrapping things up on this week's show. Thanks you to Nicole Harrison for joining us. Don't make sure you follow her on Instagram and on Facebook. On Instagram, her handle is Bush Latte Girl. Great person, right here from Central Illinois originally, and open invitation to come by and see us whenever you want, Nicole. So thank you for joining us. But also, Sam Irwin, want to make sure everybody knows that if you haven't seen our event on the Behind the Mic Show Facebook group, it's a retro rewind night, 80s and 90s dance music, August 22nd, venue 720, $10 cover, and all cover goes to Mora's Mission. And Sam Irwin, can we let it out now?
Let that cat out of the bag.
Meow! If you come in the door, ladies and gentlemen, not only do you get your $10, it's $10 admission, goes to Mora's Mission. You also get entered for the ultimate tailgate package giveaway that we're going to give away that night. Now, you say, what's the ultimate tailgate package? Keith Gibson, what is it? Well, let me tell you what it is, people. We're going to give you, as I like to call it, BAC, a big-ass cooler. And not just any cooler, but a really nice one. Really nice. We're going to give you a grill. A grill, Sam Irwin. A cooler and a grill. We're going to give you insulated tumblers.
Does it keep going?
It goes. You're going to get Behind the Mic Show t-shirts. Behind the Mic Show hats.
And what else do we have for him, Keith Gibson?
You're going to get a set of 4 Illini tickets to either a football or basketball game, depending on when they go back on sale. So all you do is pay $10 to get in the door, and you get in for an entry to win that prize, which you will take home that night. Courtesy of Cole Duke, financial advisor at Benjamin F. Edwards there in Florida. So thank you to Cole. He's one of our newest sponsors, and we'll be giving that away. So we appreciate him. And but yeah, Sam Irwin, big giveaway. Ultimate summer tailgate giveaway. It's going to be awesome. I mean, the cooler I picked out, Sam Irwin.
Oh, it's nice.
Can fit 54 beers in it, 54 12 ounces.
Ooh, well, that ought to do it, I think. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
But yeah, exciting. So don't forget, though, that night, myself making the return, DJ KK Mole spinning on that dial. Not really, I'll just be hitting play. But the
mic will be in hand.
That's right, mic will be in hand. 80s and 90s music, dance music all night long. We'll probably throw in some 70s, probably throw in a little 2000s as well. You know, we're going to keep the party hopping all night long, have a great time, raise a lot of money for Mora's Mission.
I hope people dress up, be a part of it, come in your best 80s or 90s outfit, have a ball, because people, you've been cooped up for too long, and this is just the explosion of being cooped up inside too long. So it's going to be a great time. It's for a great cause. Well, what a day we're going to have, Keith.
We are. We'll have
morning.
Behind the Mic Show hats and T-shirts available that night too, and that day out at the golf course. So if you get bored in the afternoon and want to come out and see everybody at the golf course too, come out and see us.
Yeah.
So a big thing going on, and then we got some other events coming up too. We'll keep those cats in the bag for now.
That's right. Yeah. Don't let all the cats out at once, because you can't round them back up. Herding cats is impossible.
You should know.
I know.
You live in the cat palace down there.
That's right. That's right.
But a lot of things going on. We got the rock tourney going on still on our Facebook page. We've got the ultimate giveaway coming out soon. We've got the retro rewind. We've got the golf out. Sam, we are packing our schedules full for events and things to do for people. We're givers. I don't know about you, but I'm a giver.
We are givers. Yes, give till it hurts. That's what I always say. You know,
or in your case, take it till it hurts. But it's okay either way.
You said we never discussed that on the show.
My bad.
You said you promised. Remember our safe word. Remember our safe word. You know what? You remember what our safe word was? Keep going.
Meatloaf?
No, keep going.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that just got awkward for a second. But anyway, no, we got a lot of events coming up, a lot of things to do. We love giving back to everybody as well. So don't forget, you can pick up your Bush Light Behind the Mic Show shirts, $15. Just go to the BTM shop, cheapseatsbar.com. So do that. Sam Irwin, final thoughts this week as we wrap up a show here on episode, ready for this? 60.
Good Lord. Wow. The big 6-0. Impressive. I think it was John Hurtleman's number in football, if I remember right. The big 6-0. Final thoughts, Keith Gibson. Man. You know,
It's
I
okay
don't
not
really
to have
have
anything today.
I don't really. It's pitiful that I don't have a thought. Usually, I think of something after you because you've always got something prepared. Seems like you're always ready to go for that.
I usually don't. I'm prepared. I just shoot from the hip.
You just kind of wing it. Man, I don't know right now. I can't think. Go first. I always make you go first, then I'll maybe think of something. But go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't have much. Just as usual.
That's what she said.
Oh, I knew it. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. As always, just be nice. Be nice this week. And be safe. Happy 4th of July to you all. It is 4th of July this Saturday. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. Celebrate responsibly. And other than that, same room. I don't have anything.
Wow. Well, you know what? I think you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be a big weekend for people. Be smart, especially around fireworks, kids, all that jazz. Be smart. Once again, thank you, of course, always to our sponsors, the people that are listening, the people that share the episode and always interact and share like the polling that we're doing with this rock thing. Man, that's a lot of fun for us, and it helps the show continue to grow and get better and better with the interaction. That's important for the show. That's right. Hashtag share the show. Hashtag we love you.
Yes.
But no, just a lot of fun to do this every week. We'll keep doing it as long as people keep listening. Like we said, we may just do it if nobody's listening, just for something to do. But no, a lot of fun. And other than that, just yeah.
All right.
That's it. So not a lot.
All right. For me, amigo, Sam Irwin, mi amo, Keith Gibson. Buenos noches, mi amigos.
No los pantalones.
For Sam Irwin, I am Keith Gibson. This has been the Behind the Mic Show from the Cheap Seat Sports Bar and Grill. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Tune in and download the Behind the Mic Show every Thursday at cheapseatsbar.com. Available on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and your favorite mobile device. Behind the Mic Show, the home of sports, comedy, and entertainment.